Last week, the Coyotes snapped their 11-game losing streak and an exciting comeback victory against UTEP. They won in week 1 last year and week 1 this year. It came down to a touchdown with less than 10 seconds left. It was a last-minute touchdown once again. J.R. Miller was 17 for 23 with 282 and 2 touchdowns. And we'll see if they're able to continue their success as they go on the road today, as they'll be taking on the Kansas Jayhawks and another Power 5 matchup last year. They struggled in these types of games, but hopefully we can see some improvement today, and hopefully the Coyotes will fare a little bit better against stiffer competition. Puka Williams is the star of this Kansas team. He was hurt last year, but still ran for 600 yards and is looking for a big junior season. They'll start it off faking to him, and it will be Sylvia Widenar, who had 3 tackles for loss and 2 sacks last week. Now 2nd down and 8, they'll go to the air, and they've got Fairs across the middle. He loses the football, it's recovered, and it looks like this will be reviewed and overturned, so it'll lose about 3 yards on the end of that play. Now here's Puka Williams in the open field. It's Jax Montgomery, who had a sack last week, who brings him down after a 12-yard gain. We had 5 sacks last week as a team, and we're going to need to continue to get pressure this year if we want to be successful throughout the whole season and not go on another 11-game losing streak. Kansas will go under center now on 1st down and 10, a deep drop for McVitie. He has all day to throw, will just dump it off to his tight end. He breaks 1 tackle, he's inside of the 5, and it's a touchdown for a 24-yard touchdown for the tight end as Kansas takes a 7-0 lead. J.R. Miller played very well last week, like I said, 282 yards. Cordell Hicks was very good as he had 6 catches for 92 yards in his debut. But J.R. Miller was under a lot of pressure last week, and that continues today as the first play is a sack and a loss of 14. More pressure now on 2nd down as he's forced to get rid of the football, and it'll be 3rd down and forever upcoming. 3rd down and 24, Pierce Libby is the running back. They'll go with a quick screen to him, looking to pick up some yardage, and he gets around 4 yards, but it'll be a 3-and-out forced by the Jayhawks. Great field position as they go I formation. They'll hand it to the left for Puka Williams. He meets Ross Bukowski, who brings him down, but it is a 7-yard gain. One guy who had a breakout performance somewhat last week was Shadow Hansen, who had 3 tackles for loss and 2 sacks. But there's another nice run for Puka Williams. Today it's going to come down to our ability to stop him if we want to keep this game competitive, as there's an 8-yard reception. They're going to really rely on him. He's a powerful, dynamic, and just athletic back who is one of the best running backs in the Big 12, and he's showing it so far as he picks up 9 yards there. They'll go back his way, and he's into the end zone for the 5-yard touchdown. 2 drives and 2 touchdowns for Kansas as they have an early 14-0 lead. Our offense will look to get back on track as here's Jalen Page right up the middle. He ran 12 times for 31 yards in week 1. We really weren't very efficient on the ground game in week 1. Passing is where we were able to do our most damage, but there's a nice run for Trenton Klemper as he picks up 6 yards. Now we'll go 4 wide on 2nd down and 10. Miller has time to throw. He'll scramble out to his right, trying to keep his eyes downfield, and ends up having to throw the football away as no one got open. Now 3rd down and 10, a split backfield, and they'll just run the ball, and it's a 1 or 2 yard gain for Jalen Page, so it's another stop as the Coyotes are forced to punt the ball once again. Only 7 yards of total offense so far, with over 104 minutes for Kansas. Now it's Williams once again. Jackson Harvey, the true freshman, meets him initially, but Puka Williams is able to fight forward for 10 yards. Now 3rd down and 10. They're going to look to set up the screen pass. They got Williams, Bryson Williams in pursuit, and he'll bring him down. It's only a 4-yard gain, and we force our first punt on the day. Twin tight end look as Tate Wagner's in the game. He had a decent performance in week 1 with a few catches, but there's a great run for 15 yards for J.R. Miller. Wagner and Hicks will both see time at tight end, with Cordell Hicks seeing a little more time at wide receiver, looking downfield for Richie Campbell, who had a big touchdown in week 1, but it's knocked incomplete. It'll be an offset look as they'll throw outside on the play action. It's Luvasa. He breaks 1 tackle. He's into the open field, breaks another, and it'll be Xavier Warner who finally brings him down after a 42-yard reception. Good job on the catch and run on that play. Now some open field for Puka Williams. Bukowski with a touchdown saving tackle, but it's still a big gain. They'll go back to the I formation and the power running game as it's Williams who goes and is brought down by Harvey after a 4-yard run. Twin tight end I formation. They'll go to the fullback, and it's Ben Miles, the son of head coach Les Miles, who gets into the end zone for Kansas's 3rd touchdown. Now Miller will go to the air on 2nd down and 10, throw outside, a great throw and catch to Deontay Knox for 21 yards. Shotgun 3 wide as Miller quick throw on the play action for Tate Wagner, who breaks 1 tackle and is brought down a big chunk gain. We'll go play action once again. Miller throws in the flat for Wagner. Just short conservative throw for 4 yards. Good idea to continue to just pick up yardage on some of these plays to keep the drive moving, as there's a good run for J.R. Miller for 7 yards on the read option. Pierce Libby is the running back. They'll fake it his way, and Miller will spin down a 6-yard gain, showing off some nice running ability so far today. Jalen Page checks back in. He breaks 1 tackle, can't get away from the second, and he will not pick up the 1st down. So to be Devin West, the new kicker on. He hit all of his attempts last week and is 1 for 1 to start as the Coyotes get on the board for the first time today. They'll go counterplay to Puka Williams. He's into the open field and he is hit down hard by Ross Bukowski. I've said it multiple times, Bukowski's only 5'10", maybe around 170, but he can absolutely lay the wood as there's another big hit. He lays out another Jayhawk, and he's quickly turning into one of my favorite players, undersized, but just makes a lot of tackles. And another stop forced by our defense. Great defensive possession there. 4 wide as Miller will dump it down to Mike Algram. He is one of the lower receivers on the depth chart, but we did see 9 guys catch a pass last week, and I think you'll continue to see that number throughout the season catch the ball. Good second effort by Jalen Page to pick up the 1st down there. Campbell and Hicks are slot right as Miller will go to the air. He's going to take a shot downfield on 3rd down and 5, and it's intercepted. He had Campbell in the flat but wanted to take a shot downfield, and it's Harris on the interception. That is J.R. Miller's 2nd interception on the season. Nearing the end of the first half, here's Andrew Parchment across the middle for 13 yards. Now 1st down and 10, 100 yards versus 234, and it will be Robinson across the middle this time, as Kansas is doing a good job of running the ball and also attacking the middle of the field. They go back that way once again. It's Stephon Robinson Jr. for 7 yards and a 1st down. They'll go under center, 1 tight end, 3 wide. McVitie will throw outside, wide open. Andrew Parchment got open. It looks to be a busted coverage, and he will score a long touchdown, as that's McVitie's 2nd touchdown pass on the day. I have no idea how he got so open, but we will head into halftime down 28-3. That score makes me think maybe there's a chance for a comeback here, but Kansas is playing very well. A tough first half for both sides of the football. Our defense, though, was able to get a couple of stops, but our offense really hasn't been able to consistently put together any drives today and just continue to keep drives moving. We'll start with the ball to open the second half, though, as they dump it down to Tate Wagner. He's got some room to run, stiff arms the defender, looks for a block on the outside as he'll pick up 21 yards on the catch and run. Like I said, I think Tate Wagner will continue to be involved with the offense. There's a great spin move by Jalen Page as he picks up 10 yards. I feel like this year he's starting to show a little more of the elusiveness that he has. Didn't show much of that last year. Twin tight end on 3rd down and 7. Miller will scramble out to his right, breaks 1 tackle. He'll continue to look downfield. No one really getting open. He'll have to try and take off, and he's sacked and loses 3 yards as it'll be another forced punt by Kansas. We haven't really seen that same initial penetration that our defense was able to get last week against UTEP. It's obviously a step up in competition, but it's something that we need to see if we want to be successful this year. Now it's Puka Williams into the open field. He finds some green grass, and he's into the open field inside of the 30 and down at around the 26 or 27, a 46-yard run. Not a lot of initial penetration like I was just saying, and there's Jackson Harvey taking down McVitie, but it's still a 12-yard gain. I formation fullback in the game as they'll hand it to Miles once again. Can't break the plane this time though. A bunch set to the right on 3rd down and goal. It's a quick throw to the right, and Stephon Robinson Jr. has the 2-yard reception, just boxed out the defender. And it'll be up to our offense now to see if they can get something together. Here's Trenton Klimper on the dump down, stiff arms one defender and powers forward for a 6-yard gain. Now 3rd down and 4, as the give will go to Libby. He spins his way forward for the 6-yard run, as that's now our 10th first down on the day, but still only 3 points. Quick bubble screen outside, and Richie Campbell is blown up. He'll end up losing 2 yards. 3rd down and 12, looking to set up a screen, it looks like, and it'll go to Klimper, who is lit up. We're seeing more of the halfback screens this year than we saw last year. We've also seen a little more 3-3-5 so far, as Briar Darby's onto the field. He's our backup strong safety and will play in the 3 safety looks, as it's clipping called on Kansas, so that will back them up. And it'll now be 3rd down and 2. A tight look for Kansas. They'll look to go to the air, scrambling out to the right. McVitie breaks one, breaks another, but it's not enough for the first down. A good play by our defense as they force another stop. 35-3, let's see if our offense can get some points on the board. An air-mailed throw nowhere close to the intended receiver, as that'll give the ball right back to Kansas. J.R. Miller's 2nd interception on the day. 3rd down and 7 as we near the end of the 3rd quarter. Dumped down to the flats for Fairs. He's a big wide receiver and just barely picks up the first down. I formation, they're going to run it to the left. Good block on the edge. Puka Williams cuts it back. He'll end up losing 4 yards, as that's what we like to see. The negative plays forced by our defense. They're going to have to do that more consistently if we want to stay competitive in games this year. We're into the 4th quarter now. It's 35-3. At this point, just looking for some improvement, as I don't think there's much of a chance for a comeback. But what a play there all day for McVitie. No pressure whatsoever. And good job by the receiver just coming back to the football, getting open and finding a hole in the zone. It'll be 1st down and goal. Here's Miles once again. His 3rd carry results in his 2nd touchdown, as Les Miles' son has 2 of the 6 touchdowns today for Kansas. Now a 3-wide look on 1st down and 10, as Miller will go down. Quick pressure by Kansas, as it'll now be 3rd down and long. 4-wide look with Hicks in the slot, and Miller is hit as he throws, can't get it away, as he is really struggling. 13 for 24 for only 92 yards. It'll be great field position for Kansas as they look to add on to their lead. It's Widenar who brings down Williams, but it's still a 1st down. Bringing a heavy blitz here, but Williams still finds the hole, as this line is doing a great job of blocking this Coyote defense. Now a 4-wide look, they'll go draw play to Dom Williams, the backup running back, who only is able to pick up 1 yard. We'll get a second look at this. Briar Darby, who I mentioned earlier, he's playing more today. Great initial read there on the draw, was not fooled at all, and shut it down immediately. Now Dom Williams still in the game. He breaks 1 tackle. Derby can't bring him down, as it's a 14-yard gain. Another goal-to-go situation. They'll go play action, quick throw to the left, and it is Luvasa on the sideline in the end zone for another Kansas touchdown. The lead is up to 46 as here's Pierce Libby. He finds some room to run, and one of our biggest rushing plays so far today. Libby really hasn't been as impactful as he was last year. Hopefully he can get it together as the season continues, taking a shot downfield. It's knocked away by Mayberry, looking for Cooper Price. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Looking to set up another screen pass. Here's Pierce Libby. He breaks it to the outside. He has enough for the 1st down, a 9-yard reception on the screen pass. Now a 4-wide set with Nate Went and Cordell Hicks in the slot. They'll throw it Hicks's way, as he is able to pick up a 16-yard gain along with the 1st down. Tate Wagner back in the game, as both tight ends are out there. They'll look Hicks's way. He powers forward on 3rd down, and it's a 10-yard reception. Libby in the game as we'll go 4 wide. They'll go his way with a pulling guard. He picks up 6 yards on the run. At this point, just trying to add a touchdown is our biggest goal right now, as Miller has time to throw, eventually finds an open receiver. It's Cooper Price who's inside of the 10-yard line. It'll be goal to go from the 6-yard line. for South Dakota. Klemper in the game along with Ladorian Bolden as Klemper goes up the middle, maybe picks up around 3 yards. 24 seconds left. It's going to be 3rd down and goal. Here's Jalen Page, who's into the end zone on one of the final plays today as we do get our touchdown. Looks like the final score is going to be 49-10. So another blowout. I feel like our defense played better. We went to more of a 3-3-5 look with 3 safeties on the field, and I feel like that did a better job of combating the rushing attack in the second half. And it was just a tough performance. Our defense can't get enough stops, and our offense can't string drives together consistently enough to really stay competitive in games like this. It's to be expected, though we still don't have the talent level to compete against Power 5 competition. Jalen Page played better today, up to 4.2 yards per carry, still not great. Our offense as a whole was very unpredictable, very inconsistent, and not a whole ton of positives to really take away from today's game. Only 1 tackle for loss, no turnovers forced. Kansas ran the ball very well, threw the ball well when they needed to, and our offense had just over 200 yards of total offense, which is not enough in a game like this. But we will move forward to week 3 now. At 1-1, we'll be facing the triple option of Air Force. They lost their first game, but they're always dangerous when the triple option is working to perfection. To me, it is the absolute hardest offense to stop in all of college football. They lost by 7 to Memphis in week 1 at home, and they'll play us and then have a bye week following that up by going to the Fargo Dome to take on North Dakota State. A look at the top 10 as Georgia is number 1, followed by Ohio State. And we'll look at a update for some of the Dakota schools. North Dakota State beats an FCS team by 17 points. Then South Dakota State beats an FCS team by 27 points with their true freshman 4-star wide receiver playing very well. And North Dakota still winless in FBS as they lose to their FCS competition. This is an Air Force team that has a talented quarterback in Hammond III. Remsburg is a very good running back, very speedy, and they have playmakers on both sides of the ball. So it's going to be a difficult game, but it will be at home, so hopefully we can play a little bit better. A quick little update on recruiting Deion Kendrick. He is a talented corner. We saw a quick little preview of him in the first episode, or the offseason recap and season preview. 6'6", 236, a 1-star prospect, Deion Perkins. He could be a day 1 starter for us. We have built up a little bit of talent, though, at linebacker, but I really like him. Jamie Landry, a great pass blocker, a pretty good athlete as well, and maybe a day 1 starter. Tevin Robinson, I'm not quite sure what his role will be. He doesn't have the speed I would necessarily look for in a linebacker, but has some nice traits elsewhere, so we'll just have to find a spot for him. He could definitely be an impact player. And then Shedrick Simpson and Xavier Thomas, both not super athletic defensive ends, but are strong and hopefully can develop into nice pass rushers and just combination defensive ends. But I hope you did enjoy today's episode. If you did, please leave a like down below. Leave your comments on the game down below. Sort of what we expected in facing another Power 5 team. Would like to have seen our defense and offense both play better. But like I said, I hope you did enjoy. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you back at the Dakota Dome for our game against Air Force.